Fiona, thank you very much for your wise words. I always think it's you've got the worst job in any forum if you're following after Fiona Ritchie, actually. She always says such fine words and such a, well, rubbish. Well, those were Michael Palin's words. Thank you, Fiona, for your words and your introduction. Thanks very much as well to the musicians for welcoming all here this afternoon. And thank you very much to all of you for coming along and hearing what we have to say. For those that don't know me, my name is Stuart Paton. I've been involved with the PH8 Community Matters the last couple of years, which I'll say in a minute. I'm involved in various other things around the community. A bit of a plug. For those that don't know, we're about to kick off the long wished for aspiration of a improved sports facilities in the village. Alistair, who's also been involved with this for much longer than I have, is sitting at a table with some information. So if people want to find out more about that, please go there. We've raised all the money we need, and the project is literally starting in May at the tennis club and the bowling club just there. So that was a bit of a plug there. It's not really to do with PH8, but it's something big that's happening in the local community. So I expect to see you all playing basketball, netball, or walking football or something come the autumn. What we're talking about here now, though, is the PH8 Community Matters work and the Community Action Plan. And I think the genesis of that really came about a couple of years ago, just, as you might remember this, pre-COVID. And it was obvious that something was going to happen and we were all going to be locked down. And I, in addition to 7 or 8 other people, some of whom are in the room, got a phone call from Sally Robertson one Saturday morning saying, I think we need to do something about this to support the community. So a group of us got together and came up with some idea, and within a few weeks we had something like 150 volunteers. At that point we're already shopping, delivering shopping messages every day of the week. We were doing prescriptions, we were doing calls to people. We had a huge amount of financial support from people as well that we gave to support particular activities and to individuals who needed a bit of help. It's a fantastic community effort over that first lockdown. And I think, and I'd like to thank everybody for that as well. And as part of that, people then quite quickly started talking about, well, what's life going to be about after we come out of this unheard of lockdown? Of course, it was repeated a few months later. What are we going to do to improve our community? And we learned a lot from that, working with people that we maybe didn't know before and the demands of the community. And within that group, we started doing a couple of bits of work, and Mel Nichol did a really interesting piece of work on food supplies, looking at food poverty, how we can make food more local. And then we sort of took a bit of a step back and said, well, actually, it's fine to do this, but that's not very representative of what the wider community might think. So it was out of that, really, the Community Action Plan idea developed. And as part of that thinking as well, we'll hear more about that from Caroline and others this afternoon, the idea of creating an organisation to take those ideas and the concepts that come out of the Community Action Plan and create a forum that can actually build on this and actually deliver this going forward. So that's where the genesis of it is. That's where we got to last summer. And I'm going to hand it over to Caroline, who will say more about what we actually did and where we are now.